Hey guys, it's Tick
and Tack.
Welcome back to Jankplay.
Tomb Raider 17. The series never ends.
Oh, I know where I am.
Because Brayden remembered what his plans were. Find out next time on the next episode of Tomb Raider 17. Where we all question Brayden's existence.
I mean, you question your existence. Open up. Or don't, I guess. Fucking whatever.
They have rights. They can refuse if they want to.
Oh, I'm dead now. No, I'm not dead. Somehow. Oh, now I'm dead.
Oh, dang.
That's silly.
A mini Nike.
Oh, right. I wanted to put this out to you.
No.
I say, after this series, kill Jankplay.
Yeah, why's that?
Because it opens up so many more games to be played in this slot, basically.
Oh, okay. I get it.
And so, like, obviously we can still play janky games,
Well,
whatever.
yeah, but we just don't have to be like...
But we don't have to. It's not a prerequisite, you know?
Where, like, you have to pick a... Is it because you don't have any, Brayden?
No, I have a few, actually.
You always have a hard time choosing.
I do have a hard time choosing, but, like, I have a few that would fit in here. It's just that, like, it's fucking better.
It's fucking what?
It's better. If we
Better?
just fucking don't do that. It'll be better, I promise.
Yeah, no, this is fine. I totally understand.
And then, like, instead of like, oh, it's just Prince of Persia that can go in here now, it's like, oh, well, I know of a shorter game that I think both of us would enjoy, and I know I would enjoy playing. It would fit perfectly in this slot.
Yep.
Kind of energy.
Yeah, no, I think that's totally fair.
Yeah. And so, like, we'll obviously still be playing Tomb Raider, but it just won't be jank play anymore.
No, I think, you know what I think we'll do? This will be the last jank.
That's what I was saying.
Well, like, series.
Oh, series.
So, like, every Tomb Raider after this will still go into the jank play, like, folder.
For a while.
Yeah, but it'll be the last
and that's
one.
what I was saying. It's like, oh, we don't just intro it that way anymore. And, like, if the game is janky enough, we will put it in the folder and stuff like that. But, like...
Well, I think we could just kill the whole idea in general. Like, the whole, like, extra folder that's specific to that.
If you're cool with that, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't really mind. I think it just, you know, Tomb Raider is just always going to be in that slot.
For a while, at least.
Well, it's going to always be in that folder because it already has that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know. That makes any sense.
Kind of. It makes enough sense.
I just don't want, like, the series. Like, I guess it doesn't really matter because I doubt anybody uses the J folder.
Right.
To watch episodes.
God, I'm stupid sometimes.
But yeah,
I was thinking about it this weekend. Or not this weekend, this week. I'm like, I think we could just get rid of the idea of jank play. Still keep the folder and, like, if necessary, add games to it and stuff like that. But, like, we just don't intro it as that anymore. It's just another game that we're playing.
Yeah, no, we could do that. Just be like, instead of, just get rid of the jank and then just be like, this is Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it is not just a janky game, it's just a game.
Yeah,
and it happens to be jank.
Yeah. Fair enough. I second this motion.
Cool.
Totally cool.
I'm glad how we fucking decided on that course of action.
What?
Fucking... I posit that we move to do this. I second this motion. It's like, okay.
Alright.
I should have saved first. I will.
But, yeah, no. It doesn't really matter too much.
Right, that's what I was thinking as well. It's like, it's not that important. So, like, who cares, basically?
Yeah, just a game.
Yeah, like... Hey, come on, Laura.
Jank Place had its run. Its fun run.
Basically. Fucking, what, 3 years?
It's been a while. Started out with the Harry Cooper.
Yeah.
The second game, too. Not even like the first one. Just the second one.
Because I owned the second.
Yeah. And then after that, we played the first one.
Yeah. For anybody wondering, yeah, it's literally just because I owned the second game, that's the reason we played it first.
Yep, that's it. We were true professionals back then.
I don't want to
just as professional as we are now.
If needed, I'll
Yes.
say. Or unsafe, or whatever. What the fuck am I?
I don't know. So, what were you thinking, like, that you wanted to, like, put in these slots, or were you just like, anything I want?
Pretty
Whatever
much.
I want.
Pretty much anything I want whenever I feel like it. Kind of energy. I had one in mind specifically because it's like shorter games, right?
Right.
Or whatever. Because these are 2 30 minutes instead of 3 30 minutes. So like Pikmin wouldn't go here because it's too long. But like Prince of Persia and that kind of stuff does. I had a few others too that I genuinely cannot fucking think of right now.
I'm just gonna put whatever comes up in this slot.
Right.
I'm just gonna use
I'm like,
it
that's
like my
totally
other
fine.
one. Like, actually, no, I guess that's not true. I'm just gonna be Tomb Raidering in this slot for like the rest of eternity, basically.
Yeah.
But now, instead of just like after finishing like the janky Tomb Raider games, it'll just go and like I'm doing something else in the meantime. I'm just gonna go on to the next Tomb Raider game,
Yeah.
whether it's janky or not. Even like the modern ones will just go in this slot.
Right, which is totally fine. So, but like it's like I was thinking specifically because it's such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like there are games that would fit much better in here. Like the original God of Wars fit that description perfectly.
That's fair. Like Istrolid.
Heat Signature would be great to go in here too, and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, just little stuff.
Yeah. And not even necessarily important stuff. Just stuff.
Just things.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna try something. Grenade launcher. Oops. Normal ammo. But back up a little bit.
Goodbye, Jank
There we go.
Clay. You are no longer with us.
It's worth a try.
You will pass far away, forgotten in time.
Why was it to the tune of Happy Birthday? Just subconsciously you did that?
Yeah, it's probably just one of those things. I mean, you know, when you're making up songs, you gotta pick a familiar tune.
That's fair.
Is that a dildo?
I'm surprised that's the first time either one of us has made that joke. I've picked up that item a few times too.
It's because we're family friendly.
No, we're not.
We're friendly with families.
We're really not. We intentionally mark all our videos not for children because they're not.
We're not for kids.
Yeah,
They could be though.
but they ain't.
But they could be.
But they ain't.
I'm gonna switch all of them.
Dude, none of them are.
I'm switching all of them.
No, that'll just get us banned.
You ready? I'm doing it right now.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna put a shrimp on this plate. A singular shrimp. Hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He only wants one of the shrimp, and we're having the rest.
Sounds fair to me.
Where is he? Oh, Splinter, no! Oh god. Oh, it's a... Here. This plate is bad.
Servants.
I had to catch it with my other for the rest of this thing. Set it ablaze. Burn its flesh. Let it writhe in its own blood.
So you know how I kept saying that those scrolls felt like they could be picked up?
Yeah,
They
can.
can. I just picked one up.
Saw that. And what did it tell you?
Something that I clearly don't understand, but
Granted you victory. You just don't know how to use the victory. Wow, this is already the 4th game.
what do you mean already? This has been one of the longest, most painful, excruciating experiences of my life.
Yeah, this puts the Harry Potter games to shame.
The Harry Potter games I had a fucking good time with. I like pretty distinctly remember. Because it's just like it's a silly game where you shoot at people or whatever and like they work. Like
they're
that's
not-
the biggest thing is they work.
They're also not like long games either.
They're not insufferable.
It was like even if you know exactly what to do in these games, it takes a long time
Yeah.
to still just do those things. That's so funny. I'm gonna take a quick peeky as to when the first one came out. First Tomb Raider.
It's like 1996, isn't it?
No. Our first playthrough of Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Tomb Raider. Alright. 4, 3. I gave up on the Roman numerals after 3. I had Tomb Raider 3 with the Roman numerals, but then Tomb Raider 4 is just the number 4.
A lot of people don't know how to read Roman numerals, though.
That's so sad.
Like, that's a big thing.
But it's like, way to stick to it, you know?
Yeah. It's fine.
Let's see
Nobody
the-
fucking cares.
The first Tomb Raider episode came out February 7th, 2023.
It's like only a year ago. A little over.
Yeah, good. That's a good bit over a year. Cause that is like a year and a half ago.
That
That's when the
sucks.
first episode came out.
That scroll gave me a hint to a puzzle I already solved. And it didn't even give me a hint. It told me how to solve it. Which I already knew inherently.
That's so sad. Yep, a year and a half ago, baby.
Open Sesame. Yay.
When the first one of these this one come out?
A year ago.
July 2nd. So, it says 2 months ago. This is when the first episode of this came out. It's so bad. 2 months. And we still haven't beaten this game.
How long did we play the third one for, though? Like 4 months?
Let's see. First episode of the third game. God, so many episodes. First one came out 8 months ago. And the last one came out...
means we
3.
played for 5 months.
Yeah, we played 5 months to beat Tomb Raider 3. Shit, dude, I always forget just like how long we spend on Tomb Raider because I just like
Because we played so much of it.
Yeah, it just kind of like it just all becomes one blur. Like this is just a forever thing.
Yeah, because it all is just Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. That's so funny. Tomb Raider. Well, maybe if you were better.
Go fuck yourself, dude. For real, man.
It's so funny though.
Fucking hate you sometimes.
Yeah, why don't you just know how to beat? You know, if you took time out of your life to like memorize how to beat the game, we would beat it fast.
That's the thing is, I come into pretty much every recording half-cocked with what I'm gonna do. All right, like the most prepared I've been is with Hollow Knight, and we all saw how that went for us.
Maybe you should be fully cocked for these games, huh?
Well, fuck you.
You should already have that post-nut clarity. That way you can just like beat this game like a lickety split, like a banana split. Oh my gosh, the will of the wisps.
This is gonna seem weird, and it's gonna be a bad idea, but that's okay. I just saved.
What do you think eating shrimp tails would do?
Kill you.
Nothing. You would eat it and then
You
that
would die.
be it.
I'm getting some very...
You would die. That's a fact. You would die.
You're done. You're just
That's
cooked. You take one lick of one, past.
How did I die?
Because you died.
Cause
Yeah.
you shouldn't be eating them.
Look, would you want to swallow glass? Or sand?
That's not...
Or some other harmful thing?
Yes. I would. You know what? I would.
Are you offering?
Where is this glass you speak? I've been looking.
just like the confidence that I just started saying, no, you die with, you know what I mean?
Yep, that's it. You
Huh.
passed. Game over for you, Stinky.
See you later, Stinky. Okay,
Just don't let it end like this, bro.
Whew. Bad idea, Redux.
We're happy band. I need to ride the one wheel more. You know, I actually think it's a good ride. But it's one of those you gotta get used to, like, the way it controls. You haven't gotten used to it.
Good?
Yeah, well, I actually
Like,
enjoy
definitely
it when I get on it.
Mid to low range ride.
Well, like, the thing is, I actually, like, have fun while I'm on it.
That's fair.
And I think that's all that really matters when you're, like, deciding whether a ride is good or not. Is if
That's
you have
fair.
fun. I mean, like, obviously, when you're thinking about actual practical...
Ugh.
Oh, damn. When you're actually thinking about, like, practicality and stuff, yeah, no, obviously it's not. But,
Alright, I'm
like...
just gonna go for it and correct.
But when we're thinking about actual practicality, I wouldn't consider any of our electric vehicles to be good.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't consider any of them for practical reasons. None of them. Like, a car is way better.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you're thinking actual practicality,
That feels
there
really
are
nitpicky to me, though.
there are much better vehicles.
Well, yeah, but like, there's always gonna be a better vehicle, basically.
Well, yeah. But that's what I'm saying is I'm like, if you're actually like on the scale of all vehicles in the world, practically speaking, our vehicles suck.
We're not though. We're talking about in the range of electric vehicles.
Okay, they suck. Cars count as electric
We're not
vehicles.
counting electric cars.
But see,
You're
removing
counting
the most
okay,
practical car vehicle.
No, let's say we're counting personal electric vehicles, such as bicycle, scooter, unicycle, one wheel, kind of stuff.
See, but that's the thing. You have to limit it in order for it to make sense. Which
we would only be talking in that context, anyways, though.
No, because I'm just talking about in general as a vehicle.
Well, why would I be talking about it that way, though?
What do you mean?
That's dumb.
Well, no, it's totally. That's
Friggin-
why I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I would always compare them to each other, not to all vehicles in the world. Like, obviously, a car will always be better than a unicycle. But,
That's what I was saying.
freaking, in terms of practicality, in
what I was
terms of, like,
saying.
safety and stuff, I prefer the unicycles.
Well, that's what I was
think they're
saying.
way
In the
better.
grand scheme of things,
But, like, why
It's
would
just
we
better.
ever compare those two to each other?
it's not about why. It's about the fact that, like, I was saying, on a scale of just all vehicles, they're not very practical. They're not high on the practical scale. And that's my point. On a scale of like other electric vehicles, I would say like they are tied for like top. And there's a reason, and it's because I would consider electric bikes pretty freaking close to them. And because like there's good trade-offs. Because obviously the unicycles are much smaller, more compact, and can be, depending on, more powerful.
Yeah.
But an electric bike has more practical purpose because you can carry more load with it. And that's not just like items. You can technically carry more than one person on an electric bike.
You could get a tandem going.
Exactly. And so I'm like, so I think they're tied for each other, kind of, because their ups and downs are like, because obviously a bike is much bigger, so that's not as convenient. So, yeah. So on a scale of everything, though, I would say our vehicles are not very good. Practically speaking. And Braden agrees with me.
In the grand scheme of things, specifically, you nitpicky
It's not nitpicky.
motherfucker.
You're the one being nitpicky.
Not yet. saying, like, I don't know why I would ever speak in the context of comparing them to anything other than each other. You know what I mean?
Because, I want to get, like from a fair comparison of all the vehicles that you could choose to use for practical reasons. I feel like that's a fair comparison. Just like every vehicle you could possibly drive. That's a fair comparison. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know why you think not. Like on a scale of like personal electric vehicles.
Well, because it's
really
like
good.
the difference of comparing like a longbow to a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is like,
Yeah.
yes, they're both technically weapons, but they're not the same thing.
Yeah, but it's totally fair. Like in the
No.
grand scheme of things, you would prefer a rocket launcher over a bow for like murdering things.
Sure.
Because it's better at it.
Yeah, but like I don't know why we would ever compare them in the same breath as in like freaking like
Because the
you
best
would
is the
compare
best.
a rocket launcher to a grenade launcher, but not even a rocket launcher to like an AK is the same thing, right? And so I wouldn't compare them to each other like that because like yeah, there are pros and cons to both, but clearly the rocket launcher is superior in firepower.
Yeah.
And
But
so
so,
we're
like-
not talking about that though. We're talking about comparing, like again, like a
Okay.
bow to a rocket launcher,
Yeah.
which is
It's-
insane.
But it's valid. It's a valid thing.
I don't think
And
so.
the reason I say it's valid is because when you're looking for the best possible thing in a category, you should pick from every total option. And if a rocket launcher is the best out of every possible option, and that includes even swords, that is valid. It's a better thing. It's kind of if you literally had like of all vehicles on like a tournament style board. Every vehicle, every single one.
Again, I just don't feel that way.
It's totally valid though. It's a valid viewpoint. It's valid.
I don't think so.
Why would you not think so?
Because,
Just because we're comparing apples and oranges?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but why can't I compare an apple to an orange?
I'm comparing fruit in general.
What is
it's
the-
insane.
It's not though.
Totally is.
Which one's better, apple or orange? Okay, well let's think of it more from a practical standpoint rather than a taste, because taste is subjective. So, from a nutrient standpoint, I don't know which one's better, but let's just say oranges are better than apples. It has nothing to do with taste. It's all about practical purpose. And that's the same with the car. It's literally a car is just a more practical vehicle than a unicycle.
See, I just don't feel that way. I can't articulate it better than that either. I'm not even gonna attempt to because I have the IQ of a donut. So
Then you're crazy. You
No.
sound insane. You can't articulate the superiority of a vehicle.
it's not about the
Like-
superiority. It's about like I have an issue with the actual act of comparing such different things. You know,
Like if you were okay, let's just I guess fair enough. But I like
it's
this.
like again comparing a rocket launcher to a nuclear missile. You know,
Yeah.
like that's the. It's so different that they're technically in the same category, but they're not the same thing anymore.
Okay, but that's
right?
also different. Because that is also different because when you think of it like you're using weapons as a category for comparison and that's
Exactly.
But if I were using like let's say just ability to hold water, I would consider your swamp cooler better than this bottle. Because it's better at holding water.
Yeah.
But that's why it's like it's different because when you pick the category of comparison,
Well, that's
it's different.
weapons is way closer than like container. By the way.
Well, no, what I'm
All right.
using it as like as an exaggeration to understanding. So like when I'm using a practical vehicle, that is a way smaller because then you wouldn't consider a dog a vehicle, but you could
Would.
technically ride a dog. But like it's different. You know what I mean? You wouldn't consider. I mean, I guess you could consider a horse as a vehicle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you gotta. But what you're doing is you're saying rocket launcher versus missile, but I wouldn't consider those as comparable because while they're both technically weapons, one is a weapon controlled by you as a person, and a nuclear missile, you can control the button that makes it launch, but you're not in control of that missile. If that makes any sense. Like, it's just not on the same scale versus a car.
Right,
and a unicycle is a thing that carries a person.
So my argument there would then be, it's like the difference between a personal vehicle and a vehicle. You know, like they're the subcategories then.
Yeah, but I wasn't counting personal and thing. I was just counting vehicles that you could use.
Using
for
again the
practical
weapon
purposes.
analogy, a rocket launcher is a weapon, right?
It is.
Whereas the warhead is a weapon of mass destruction. And so, again, we're getting into like the nitty-gritty of the, because they're different subcategories, they're not comparable.
But that's why my statement of practical purpose is very important, because in this context,
practical purpose vehicle, but then there's the subcategories of vehicles versus personal vehicles.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Just all vehicles, the most practical ones are like cars or trucks.
All weapons, the most practical ones are nuclear warheads and atom bombs.
No, they're not. They're the most destructive. They're not the most practical.
That's
because it's a hell of a lot easier to use a
the point of a weapon is to kill
launcher.
people, and the most efficient and productive way of doing that is with a nuclear weapon.
No, because that's subjective. It's a subjective to what you're using the weapon for. As just an all-around weapon, a nuclear warhead would not be as practical as a rocket launcher. A rocket launcher is still not very practical, but it would be more so than a warhead, because those are not practical at all. Because you can't fine-tune what you're doing with them, and you have and they just obliterate things.
Yeah, you don't have to fine-tune jack shit when the thing you're firing at ceases to exist.
Well, yeah, but that's the point. Is it's not very practical. Well, say in this context, you're hunting with it. It would be more practical to hunt with a rocket launcher than it would be to hunt with a warhead.
Okay, say in this particular example, you're just using it to get as many deaths as possible.
Yeah, well, in this case,
exactly.
Well, that's why I'm saying a most practical vehicle, and in this context, for just being a vehicle at carrying things or people, a car or truck is better than a unicycle. That's it.
Sure. I'm just they're not comparable in that kind of sense to me because of the difference between a nuclear warhead or whatever, you know? It's again, trying to compare those things. Or inability to hold water, a 50-gallon drum is always going to be basically way overkill and way better in every way than an
8-ounce bottle.
An 8-ounce bottle, exactly. Damn it.
But
I went through so much and I didn't save before going through that door.
But see, that's why it's very important to specify what practical purpose makes this thing better. And in this case, being a car is better at carrying either things or people. Just weight capacity and distance being able to be traveled. It is far more practical vehicle than a unicycle. And that's just an irrefutable fact.
Right. But I'm just...
And a fair comparison.
I don't think it is a fair comparison, though, because of the difference between a personal vehicle, which is designed to carry a person, maybe two in the case of a bicycle, versus a fucking Toyota minivan that can seat 12.
That's the thing, though. A Toyota is better, practically speaking, at carrying a single person than a V12 is.
Okay. No.
Yes, it is.
In terms, I'm just saying, just price-wise and that kind of stuff, fucking no.
No, as a practical, not price-wise.
Price-wise,
practical vehicle.
Immediately thought of the price of gas and insurance and all that shit. I'm like, no fucking way.
It has nothing to do with it.
It has a little bit to do with it for me.
That is literally nothing.
That's why I'm like, no.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying, practically speaking, it's better at carrying. If you were to sit in a Toyota it would carry you a lot better than your
Technically.
wheel will.
Yeah, but
And that counts.
I
mean,
just
it's
don't.
better.
I just don't think they're comparable. That's all.
That's it.
I'm gonna stand by that. I don't think it's fair to compare them at all.
This doesn't matter. It's not about being fair.
No, it is about being fair.
No, it's not.
about comparing because, like, comparing graphics cards is the same thing, right? Because they're all roughly the same thing, right? Or again,
Yeah.
comparing cars or trucks or whatever to each other, it's all like fair because it's
You just want a handicap.
no, it's not
That's
about
what it is.
it's not about the handicap.
It is.
It's about literally one obviously is always going to be better than the other.
Yeah. So
But-
it just loses. That's just how it
but-
is.
The whole thing about it being like they're fundamentally different in my opinion. Like if you wanted to compare motorcycles even to like electric vehicles, I think that's a fair comparison. Right?
See, I understand what you're saying, but see, the problem is that like, okay, let's change the reason we're comparing them. Size. The unicycle wins. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just beats out the car all day long.
Sure, but that's still not a fair comparison
Yeah,
to the
because
car.
they both serve different purposes, and that's the reason they both exist. I get that, and that obviously that's why you don't think that that's fair to compare them because their whole purposes are different. But from specifically a practical purpose, a car is better. Specifically from that perspective.
Even from the perspective of like size and everything, I still don't like that. It still leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, it doesn't matter what you like. It's not about an opinion.
Fuck you.
This is not an opinion.
No, it is an
based-
opinion thing.
No, this is
that
an
I'm
opinion.
trying to defend. Is
This
like
is-
it's my opinion that it's not fair to compare them,
Well, your opinion
and this
doesn't
is why
matter.
I think that.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
It's wrong.
Because,
It tastes unlucky.
but because this is not an opinion-based argument, this is a scientific,
See, no.
logical argument.
I came in with the I don't like comparing them because it's not fair as an opinion. Alright?
It doesn't matter.
Sure, and I'm like agreeing with all your science-based bullshit, right? But like, as an opinion, I don't think it's fair and it's dumb. Alright? And I
You're
will
allowed to-
always think that.
You're allowed to think that. Doesn't mean I'm wrong, though. Because from a logical perspective, a car is better at practical purposes than a
Fuck your
unicycle.
logic. I'm right. No.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say.
Fuck your dreams, fuck your nightmares. I'm gonna win.
Get touched, buddy. Now find a good stopping point.
Me. I'm gonna
Man.
test something really quick. It's gonna take 2 seconds.
I wonder what other kind of vehicles they're going to come out with. Like electric, like PEV vehicles?
Oh, there we go. See, fucking knew I was doing something wrong. It felt weird that I had to fight a fucking whisk for no reason. Because I didn't have to.
It's true.
Alright, well, I'm gonna heal up and then save again probably.
Alright, well, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing.
Definitely go check out our other content.
And until next time, peace out.
Well, bye.